sexy people. How are you guys doing? Welcome to March 2019. My name is Colleen. This is my channel, Arcana Rising. And we are doing the general overview of March for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising today. And I just have to pull the two oracle cards. I created a new spread to work with, and I used it with Pisces just a moment ago, and I actually just adjusted it for you guys. And I just have to pull two oracle cards, and then we'll get into it. I shuffled and dealt the cards before going live, so you didn't have to sit and watch me shuffle for like 10 minutes. What does Aries need to know for March 2019? Thank you. Perfect, because I needed to. Look at that. That is so weird. These are the same cards for Pisces too, and I shuffled a lot. That's funny. Okay, cool. So, a couple things I want to go over before we get into the reading. This month is pretty intense for us. There's a lot of shifts happening. We have Mercury going retrograde March 5th through, or March 5th or 6th, depending on where you are in the world, till the 28th. So it's like the whole month of March, Mercury is retrograde. In addition to that, the day after Mercury goes retrograde, we have the new moon. And then we also have Uranus officially shifted into the sign of Taurus. And Uranus only does this shift every 7 or so years. So it's a pretty major one, and it's going to take a while for us to really experience what that means for us this time. But it's going to be some shake-ups, definitely. And I feel like the fact that it's occurring on this new moon is calling in a reset button, basically. And also, like, pushing us into this new phase, of our lives. So there's going to be some jolting. I just heard the word catastrophic, but I don't want to say that because that's pretty intense. There's going to be some intense shifts occurring that we have to kind of wrap our brains around this month with that Mercury retrograde going on, and allow ourselves to adjust to these new changes that are coming our way, and knowing, and like when you step outside of the situation, you can see that it's like, wow, this is the first step into something new. This is the first step into something new, and it's all for the best. So we just have to, get used to the new vibes, basically. So I have the cards dealt out, and I'm just going to angle the camera down so that you can see the cards. Perfect. And I'll hold them up for you as we go through them. Okay, so I'm going to flip these over so we're not focusing on them just yet. Okay, so to start, we're going to take a look at the theme, and also we'll take a look at the challenge as well. So the theme, we have the Six of Wands in reverse. So it could be about, so a Six of Wands upright is about the return home, the recognition for all of the hard work that you've put in, a celebration, being welcome into this tribe again, bringing, pride and dignity and accomplishments back to home base, basically. When it's in reverse, it can be talking about this. The theme of this month is bringing the home into the accomplishments. It could be the reverse of that. It could be going back to the drawing board, basically, and reassessing what it is that you've been trying to achieve. It could be missing the goals that we've reached for earlier in this year. It could be, it could also be about like maybe getting wrapped up in our ego about how far we've come and not, giving gratitude to everyone who supported us along the way. Or it could be a feeling of not feeling recognized for everything that you've accomplished thus far. So there's lots of different ways to, take in the theme of this month. So maybe it's just feeling like I have not been recognized for all of the work that I've put in to X, Y, or Z. Or going back to the drawing board and taking a look at what my goals are and why I haven't accomplished them yet. The challenge this month is the High Priestess, and she is all about intuition. She's all about connecting with the divine. She's all about sacred knowledge. She has lots of divine knowledge that she can tap into for support when she needs it. And I feel like that's what the challenge is this month. It's about, not getting caught up in the ego around, wanting to be recognized for what you've accomplished, not getting caught up in like, why haven't you appreciated me? Why haven't you shown me that, I've been doing well or something like that? Because maybe you have been accomplishing great things and it's just not being received or recognized outside of you. And that can create frustration or an ego kind of energy, which can disconnect you from your divine connection with the universe. You can really tap in and gain more knowledge in improving what it is that you're trying to accomplish here. Give me 1 second. Hey Google, volume down. Music just got really loud all of a sudden. So this is, the challenge this month is really the ability to go inwards and tap into your higher consciousness for the knowledge that you need and, what you need to move forward. The answers are within. It's a matter of tapping into that this month and not getting wrapped up in the actions of everything that's occurring externally. This is an internal action month, is basically what it's saying. So I'm going to get into the first card here, which is I'm calling the Earth card. And this is the representation of your financial aspects, the career aspects of this month for you. We have the Emperor. And it's saying, this is a time for obviously really laying down the foundation of what it is that you're trying to achieve financially or career-wise. So if this is in regards to the finances, or it could be also about your health as well. So anything earth-based is what this position is for. So if it's about finances, this could be saying this is a month to open a savings account and just put a little bit in there. It doesn't have to be an enormous amount, just put something in there to get it started, to start the foundation of this savings, to support you in the months moving forward. This could be career-wise. This could be laying the foundation, or setting the groundwork and the plans around what you're trying to achieve, basically. So it's like setting out the roadmap for what you need to do, creating a to-do list, and setting out like a plan for what it is that you're trying to achieve in your career, especially if this is a new business that you've been working on. Physically, this could be, you know, if you need to do something in the health area, this would be the month to do the research in that area and see what you need to do to improve your health. I don't really feel like this is an action month where you would start going to the gym. Maybe it is for you, but I feel like this is more of like, you know, understanding what your body needs this month and planning it out, seeing if you can afford it, you know, researching gyms or yoga places, or, you know, recipes for juices, things like that. And then like creating meal plans, you know, planning it all out, creating meal plans or setting a schedule that you can certainly commit to in the upcoming months. In the air position, I have the Three of Cups. And this is going to be all about communication and your ideas for the month. So it feels like in the mental aspect and the air position, the Three of Cups is saying that you will be able to prosper more when you are connected with your tribe this month. And it could also be your spiritual team as well. Connecting with your guides this month is really going to benefit you in tapping into those ideas that will support you in the future months, basically, because it feels like this is all about going back to the drawing board and figuring out a new plan, basically, for what it is that you are trying to achieve. And the challenge this month is to be going inward and listening to, you know, the divine messages that are coming through. So this could definitely be about learning how to connect with your guides and channeling the information that you are receiving. I feel like that's a big message this month. You know, getting into the spiritual side for the messages that your heart is trying to tell you. Then we have the Fire position, which is all about passion, your intentions, and what motivates you. And it feels like this month is, it feels like the intention that I would set this month is to release the feeling of trying to one-up other people, or the need to one-up, or feeling like everything is a competition, or trying to manipulate situations to benefit, basically. So it's kind of like this is releasing that need to manipulate situations for your own benefit and at the detriment to other people. So, you know, stop trying to win arguments just for the sake of winning. You know what I mean? Just for the sake of being right. So I feel like that would be a really good intention this month. So it would be about, the intention would be acceptance and understanding another's point of view and listening rather than speaking. You know, hearing the aspects, you know, hearing all sides to a situation, you know, seeing what you can do to create a compromise or a situation that is beneficial to everyone and not just you. So I feel like when you work together with people is when you will find the most motivation in moving forward and the most inspiration in moving forward. And then we have the water aspect, which is in terms of love, relationships, emotions. And I feel like this is where Uranus and Taurus is really making an appearance in your life. So there could be some jolting energy in the aspects of how you are emotionally processing things this month, how you are, bringing in love. So there's going to be some shakeups in the love, relationship and emotional aspects of the self this month. And this could be about breakups. This could be about some kind of drastic change to possibly bring yourselves closer, or to snap yourselves out of old habits that maybe you've sunk into and have settled into and have gotten used to, that kind of energy. The Tower is, so I feel like when it's upright, it's something that you are actively contributing to. In this situation, when it's in reverse, I feel like it's the universe like forcing it upon you, because you haven't been paying attention. But I feel like this is saying like, you are desiring change in love. You're desiring shifts in that area. And I feel like it's coming up this month. So it's really important to create a spiritual practice this month where you can go inwards and tap into this intuitive energy for the answers. Not listening to the mind, not trying to win arguments, especially since you are a fire sign, there can be very heated passion in everything that you do, and it feels like in this month it's going to be about the way in which you are communicating that passionate energy. And that could be creating some real rifts in the emotional department. So just pay attention to how you're communicating this month, letting go of habits around how you communicate and how you argue, and releasing the need to always be right is really going to be coming in handy when the shifts, when the changes come in the love department, in the emotional department, in the relationship department. Lots of changes here. Lots of changes occurring this month in the relationship department. And I feel like it's because maybe you have not been feeling appreciated within the relationship. So it kind of ties it all together now that I see it all. So maybe you're not feeling appreciated within your relationship, and it's time to set a new plan with how you want to move forward. Get connected with your spiritual team. This could also be the two of you bringing in, a third person, a therapist. Could be a polyamorous relationship at this point. I don't know, maybe that's what's creating this shift here for some of you. But this could also be like bringing in a therapist or bringing in your friends to help you cope with the emotional aspects of the self this month, because there's lots of shifts occurring in the emotional, water element department this month, especially as the majority of the month is in the sign of Pisces. So then we have Fresh Approach is one of the oracle cards that came up for you guys this month, and this is talking about, you know, releasing the habits that you've created around I'm going to say in your relationships. You know, habits that are not beneficial to your relationships, I would release those this month. And try to take a different approach in how you handle them, especially in the way that you are handling arguments this month. You know, listen more than speaking, I think is really important. And then ideal course of action. So this is definitely where this energy comes in, is where we need to be laying the groundwork for the direction that we're going in this month. And this could be in terms of your career, and this could be in terms of your personal relationships and what motivates you, and you know, where your dreams are taking you. You know, allow the Pisces energy to bring up those dreams and feel through them this month, but also getting down to business just with the planning. You know, and maybe you've created a plan in the past and this is a time for adjusting it, because Mercury retrograde is a great time for readjusting, reevaluating, you know, all the fun words. So I feel like that's another thing this month. And the best way to do that is to really trust your heart, really check in with your heart and really check in the divine aspects of the self. Don't get caught up in your ego and in your mind. Tap into the heart, into the soul, connect with your spiritual team, and whoever you feel provides the support that you need, you know, in continuing forward. Only communicating, you know, especially if this is in terms of a new career direction that you're going in, you know, only reach out to the people that are going to be supportive of you and not, you know, make you doubt yourself. But also have like some really good advice in the process. That would be really good. So this is a time of adjustment. This is a time of shifting the way in which we handle our day-to-day lives, shifting the way, you know, coming up with a real blueprint, a real foundation and plan for the direction that we're going in. You know, this could be going back to the drawing board kind of energy, you know, where the plans that you've created for yourself career-wise may need to be readjusted, or this could be going back to the drawing board in how you interact within relationships, releasing the need to always be right in terms of relationships, and, you know, being open to the advice of others, definitely listening more than speaking this month, and being open to change. Okay, Aries? So I hope that you enjoyed this reading today. I send you so much love. You know, be open to the change, embrace the change, listen more than speak this month, and set a new plan. This is readjusting the way in which you've been used to doing things so that in the months ahead, you will get a lot farther. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in April. Take care. Bye-bye.